Good day, my loves. Good day, good day, good day. I hope you are well. I hope that you found something to smile about yesterday. Because even though I was going through it yesterday, man, I did laugh. Because it's very comical. Today, I'm feeling a whole lot better. Today, I feel good. Today, I don't feel antsy. Today, I don't feel like I'm overeating. I only had like a little bowl of my phonio, right? Normally I'd be like, okay, I woke up hungry though. I woke up hungry. I woke up hungry at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was like 3:34. I woke up and I was hungry and I was so tempted to go in there and make me something to eat. And I mainly some fries, which told me a lot. Okay, so anywho, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. But as I was about to get this video on, I recognized that there's like a permanent, what the hell, two lines in my forehead, because it's like, when stuff happen, to be like, what, what? Are you kidding me? I can't believe it. You're joshing me. That's that face, like. So I gotta get those lines out. Anywho, what I wanted to talk about was spirituality and magic. They are both one and the same, right? And I posted a video from my first hiatus where I created this little song called Do You Believe in Magic? And I said, I hope you do, because magic does exist and I am proof. I am proof, but so are you. It may be hard to believe that you are magical because you haven't been taught it, one, which is spirituality, and your sixth sense. Anybody remember that movie? Anybody remember that movie? If you haven't watched that movie, I don't know what kind of demographics I have watching. I'm hoping and praying it goes from children to adults and the grandparents. Because if you are around young children, then you can help them. We are the generation, we are the awakened ones. We were created and incarnated during this time to help. And so everybody, I keep seeing all these videos on TikTok called Pandemic Baby. You can't sit with me if you don't have a pandemic baby. And they're showing these babies doing what the children in my family have been doing. They've been being fast their whole life. That's what we call it. You being fast. And when you moving that fast, there's an old saying that they moving out the way for another baby. I mean, I've heard that my entire life. I still hear it. But what I see with my mind's eye, with my spiritual eye, is that these babies are equipped for the times that we are heading in. They are being equipped. There's a reason why they're doing everything fast. There's a reason why. There's energies that are hitting this planet that haven't hit this planet in 30 years. So there's a lot of things that's coming up and coming undone. But do you believe in magic? I asked a couple of people that in my family, and they just flat out said no. And that made me sad. It did. It did something to my heart, because even though I wasn't as aware as I am now, I still believed in magic. I still believed in the power of God. To me, He's magic. Our ancestors, they're magic. Our spiritual guides, because we do have them, are magic. How else can you explain it? Phenomenon. That's what people say when they can't explain it, when their mind can't conceive of it. And on my journey, what I'm recognizing is that your mind is not supposed to conceive of it, because that's not the sense that you're supposed to be using when things that are unexplainable. And it's funny because I'm just now realizing and recognizing that science has tried to explain away everything that has happened from the time humanity has planted their feet and their brains on the ground. Humanity. But was it humanity? Or was it the reptilians? I don't know. I digress. But anywho, the planet is in disarray. Mother Earth has been dying and crying for so long. You know, every movie that I watch and every movie that you watch. Hey, my loves, this is Spiritually Savage. I just went into a little trance because I got something that I want to say. But welcome to my channel. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe, like, and share below. Please comment. Let me know if you guys have had any phenomenal experiences or any what people consider to be supernatural. I'm here to tell you that what you saw is what you saw. What you hear is what you hear, even though you look around you and you're like, okay, I just heard something, but you don't see nothing. You heard it. You may hear your name called. I've had that happen. I've had that happen throughout my life. And in the beginning, you know, I used to think I was crazy, or I used to think somebody was behind me and I would turn around. But I recognized it wasn't. It was spirit calling. It was God calling. God and all his angels calling. Yeah. But do you believe in magic? Because I hope you do. Because magic does exist, and I am proof. Like, I am so proof. I am so proof. And I know God finna show out on me. He really is. She really is. I do believe God is a woman, though, y'all. You know, not to burst nobody's bubble. I know we've been taught to say he, but understand, overstand, and understand that when organized religion was created, it was created in the patriarchal sense, even though they had just killed all the women whom they deemed were witches. And that was mainly the seers, the prophets, you know, divine beings. But not to mention, we give life. We give life almost like God, except we don't have the power to take it away. But we are God-like. So I do believe God is a woman, but I also believe God was a man as well. I do. We are dual beings. We have the feminine and the masculine energy that resides in us. So if we are to see God as we are and we were made in his image, why can't there be two? Or why can't it just be one and it's not a he or a she? Because it embodies both energies. So to me, it's whatever you feel comfortable with. But as you go along your spiritual journey, you'll realize that a lot of the things that you were taught were a lie. That was one of the biggest realizations that I had, was that a lot of the things, almost everything, y'all, not to be funny, but almost everything. I know people say that all the time and they be over exaggerating, but this is no over exaggeration. This is no over exaggeration. Because you are not who you think you are, and it's because of how you was raised. So if you're awakening, you're coming to some realizations, and I'm here to tell you that they're true. They're real. You are a divine being, and you are so much more powerful than you could ever, ever, ever imagine. I'm on that journey as well. Okay? But magic does exist, and it is all around us. All those old cliches, y'all, that people used to throw around and say, they are real. They are real. This world, this whole entire planet is one big stage. And life is but a dream. Like, seriously, it really is. But do you believe in magic? Well, I hope you do. 'Cause magic does exist, and I am proof. That was a little ditty I sang. Yeah, magic does exist, and it's all around us. All around us. But there are some demons that exist too. You can't have one without the other. But the only way you're going to see what demons you fight in, my love, is for you to sit down and sit still so God can strip you down bare naked. And it's going to hurt. Oh, it's going to hurt. Because to strip you down bare naked, He got to strip away all the lies that were told to you, all the lies you done told yourself, all the lies you did not know about. Like, it's going to get to be a lot. And I don't know, what kind of life you've lived, but unless you're a karmic peeping, okay, and they know who they are, they feel it energetically, they know who they are, then, and you were drawn to this channel, it is because you are a superb being, my love. You are superb. You are wonderful. You are magnificent. And if you've been following my videos, thank you for coming back. And y'all already know, y'all been on this journey with me. So right now I have 21 subscribers. I don't have no 21 watches though. Maybe they didn't hit the notification button. I don't know. I would like to know who my 21 subscribers are. That would be my first 21 subscribers. My first 21 subscribers. I would love to know who they are. I don't think they comment at all, really. But yeah, I got y'all all up my nose. Don't mean to. I just got a lot of greenery around me and trees and stuff. And my baby be playing in them woods. So, but yeah, magic does exist. And I am God given living proof. My story is magnificent. I know we all have a story. I know we all have a story, but my story is magnificent. It really is. And it shall be told. It got witches in it. It got goons in it. It got goblins. It got hydromancers. It got warlocks. Like, my story is, it's magnificent. But you got to know who you're fighting. And the only way to know that is to cleanse your body on the inside out, because spiritual warfare is invisible, but not if you have spiritual awareness. And that's what I'm coming to realize, understand, overstand, and understand. I'm just now getting that, like right now at this moment. Even though I was doing it early part of my life, and now I'm aware of doing it this part of my life, I'm just now grasping the concept of what is actually about to transpire. I don't watch the news on purpose. I don't watch the news on purpose. For one, the television tells lies to your vision. Yeah, it does. Except for with every lie, they got to tell you a little bit of truth. So if you are aware and you are paying attention and you have spiritual eyes that can see, you can see beyond the veil. And what I didn't know is my whole life I was seeing beyond the veil. And I spoke it out because I spoke truth with abandonment, sometimes reckless, and sometimes to my own detriment, because I was prophesizing. I was telling the future. I was telling what was going to happen. I didn't think anything of it because it's always who I've been. But I was. which is why I now understand, because something just came to me that was revealed the other day about someone crying, and they got mad when someone spilled the beans that they was crying. And she didn't get mad. It wasn't mad, even though that was the emotion that she showed. It was shame. It was shame. Because I also recognize that they know what they've done to me and how they treated me, even though they still act mad. I recognize the child that wants me to baby her, and I can't do it. I can't do it. So I've come to understand that as well, but only with eyes that I can see that God has given me, because my two eyes were seeing lies. These two eyes inside my head, they might as well should have been dead, because the BS that I was seeing, I still was not believing. I wasn't, child. I wasn't. I was not believing. There was no amount of crap that was thrown my way from the devil and all his henchmen and the witches and the warlocks that led me to believe that what was going on in my life was deserved. I was perplexed. I was confused, and I asked like, "What the hell?" And I even expressed like, "Yo, I'm over here drowning, and y'all trying to kill me more? Like you got your foot on my neck underwater." I said that to these people. And they still continue to do that type of behavior. So, I done had 3 go-rounds. I done came back 3 times. I done left out of state 3 times away from them, specifically from them. First when I was 25. Second when I was, 30-something, 39 when I went to Texas. And now. And they know it. I told my sister I'll be moving. She said, "You moving out of state, ain't you?" And I said, "I don't know where I'm moving." "Well, it's nothing here for me in Georgia." I mean, literally. I've done everything Georgia has to offer, and I can always come back. God willing. I don't know, with the state of affairs nowadays, it seems like we about to have a handmaid's tale on our hands here in the United States. So, listen, I ain't got time for it. I've been telling my family for years. I'm talking about probably since I got my first passport. When I went to London, and then we took the train over to Paris. Oh my God, y'all, I was so in love. It was 25, and I had just bumped into a high school homegirl that I had talked to in probably like 4 years, and she was on her way to visit her mom in London for Christmas, around Christmas break. And I said, "I want to go." And I was working at Harbinger then. Great paying job, as always, which is the usual. Even when I decided to quit corporate America several times throughout my life and work at what people would consider a remedial job, I was a server. I loved it. I loved everything about it. I worked at like 3 different steakhouses. I worked at Texas Roadhouse. Texas State, was it? Texas Roadhouse? I can't remember. It was Texas Roadhouse, Texas Steakhouse. Where we danced, and I love dancing. I would show out. Are you kidding me? I was doing all kinds of dances. I loved it. But some people was down on it. I mean, I didn't care. No one ever said it to my face, but they thought it and felt it. But anywho. So when you just know that when Your third eye is open when God gives you spiritual eyes to see after you sat down long enough. Well, you're probably seeing it now, but you're thinking you're crazy, and I'm here to tell you not. Yes, that friend that is around you is slick throwing shade at you, and no, they are not supportive. Yes, you know you have issues with your siblings, and you've been there and tried to help as much as possible, and no, they are not appreciative. Yes, that same behavior was taught from your mom to your siblings and then down to their children. Yes, yes. It's like when they turn 13, 12, but 13, it's like they snap. It's like I see when they choose the other side. I do. I see it in their behavior and in their mannerism. Kids are the most purest creatures besides animals and babies. But kids can talk and they tell the truth. But what I recognize is by the time revelation. Now this is a revelation. Okay, there are 3 times in our lives where God and your ancestors are trying to get your attention. And it just dawned on me because I know in another video I said something about 13 years old being held accountable to your decisions. Meaning up until that point, you know, your parents are your guides, your community is your guide. So a lot of that responsibility will fall on them because you are a babe, okay? And God looks after fools and babes, right? But by the time you turn 13, your brain has developed in a way where you're already building your character for who you will be as an adult, okay? And depending on what type of birth chart you got, because in my studies, there are some birth charts that are just cursed. And those are the people that are literally trying to swap your destiny with their fate. Magic does exist. They don't even have to be in close proximity to you. If you can believe that spiritual warfare goes on in the mind, which you can't see your thoughts. I mean, I think in pictures, I think in movies, so I can. But not saying you in visualization, but it's not like you can, if I tell you that John down the street is talking crap about you, you can go and talk to John. But if I tell you that you got your brain talking crap about you, you gonna look at me like, huh? What? Say what? Yeah. Those negative thoughts that are in your mind are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are the thoughts that you had as a child up until whatever traumatic incident happened. And if you weren't strong enough, meaning in the mind, in your spirit, to overcome it without going over to the dark side, without giving in to temptation to do wrong. Because there was one time, I'm telling you, I did that. And after that, God gave me a reprobate mind. But we have grace up until we 13, and I think we still have grace at 13 because I was doing stuff and I was covered. And I think most of us do stuff, but then, and we are covered. You know, we may sneak out the house. You know what I'm saying? Kids do things like that. We want to test the limits. That's what kids do. That's what children do. That every child has done it. I don't care if you had a goody two shoes all their life. There's just stuff you don't know about. They know how to hide it. Because every child has stepped out of the line or the parameters that their parents have had. They have to. If they didn't do it when they was a child, because I did it my whole life, baby and all, then they did it when they was coming into their consciousness, their own consciousness at 13. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Oh, wow. Okay. That just happened. I never put that together until just now. Huh. Okay. This video was just supposed to be about how black magic does, well, black magic does exist, but how magic does exist. There is a positive and a negative to everything in life. So if one exists, the other must exist. There has to be balance. If there has to be balance in you and there has to be balance in the trees in order for them to grow leaves and bear fruit, if there has to be balance in a woman's body in order for her to create a whole entire being, she can create a whole entire being when the man is imbalanced. Why? Because there's heaven inside of her. Yes, that baby is going to absorb whatever imbalance that man has. That's why, ladies, you guys to be careful who you allow in your womb. Please, I beg of you, go watch my other video that I posted talking about STDs, not sexual transmitted disease, spiritually transmitted diseases. But there's a caveat to that. There's always an exception. It could be you not even having sex. Well, no, that's not what I wanted to say. It could be that you are living a righteous life, right? And you are having sex. And you are having sex and you are being careful. You are making sure they wrap up. You're doing all kinds of things. But if you don't have spiritual eyes to see, you are possibly dealing with demons. But your spiritual eyes aren't open, which means your third eye is blocked and your intuition is not in balance. That's what that means. So you could be getting messages and getting pings and dings, but you're not heeding them. That was my life. After I had a reprobate mind, yeah. And it didn't kick in really, y'all, until like 29. 25, I was playing tennis, and I'm telling my homegirl, I got bruises on my legs and I don't know what the heck is going on. Watch my Body Changes video. You'll understand and understand what is actually going on with you. There is a Body Changes video. So if you haven't looked at that video, I suggest you look at that video, but then go find it on YouTube. It's just called Body Changes. That's it. It don't have nothing else in it but body changes. So, but if I knew what I know now when I was 25, my whole life would be different. My whole life would be so different, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. Y'all don't. But y'all about to overstand. you know. But yeah. Do you believe in magic? 'Cause I hope you do. It really does exist, and I am proof. I am. I feel magical. And this ain't on no black girl magic, even though I am black and I'm feeling magical. I just feel magical, period. I do. I feel like I can do anything. I can accomplish any goals. I'm just ready, set, go. We ain't doing on a mark. No, we doing ready, set, go. We ain't got time for second syllables. I'm so silly. Okay, I'm about to end this video. Today's a little better, y'all. I don't feel so crazy, but you see where my head is at. Red, set, go. But I don't know. I don't know how long. I really don't. And I'm trying not to think about it, but it's like I'm getting excited. You know, it's like I'm a kid again. It's like it's Christmas when I was a kid, and I wholly believe in Santa Claus. And I'm still not convinced he don't exist. I really am not. That's the childlike wonder that I still had, that I was still able to hold on to. Like, yeah, because I had a dream, and it was so vivid. So maybe the person and the myth that we are told as a kid doesn't exist, but maybe there is an energy that exists. I don't know. I just thought that up. Because, like, I know as an adult, there ain't no man with no reindeer, you know? I get that part. But that dream was so vivid, y'all. And our dreams are telling of our spiritual world and what goes on there. And that dream was magical. So, maybe it was just said or given to me so I would always believe in magic. I do. I believe in magic. And I'm about to work some magic on my life. I am. It's already started, and I'm excited. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. I'm really not. And I'm talking about in the last 2 weeks. I'm not talking about like from the beginning of the journey. No, 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 no. I'm talking about goals I set for myself like last week, 2 weeks ago. Not where I want to be, but I am so much further than I would have anticipated. It's like every time I come up against something, after I have my little moment where I'm just like, and I express that, it's like it builds up my spiritual aura. If there's any holes in it, it fills them. If there's no holes, it adds another layer. But every time, well, it adds another layer. That's how it feels it. Every time I go through something that's like emotionally triggering on whatever spectrum, happy, glad, sad, mad, excited, because I've been excited. Like I'm excited right now. I feel it. But I don't know. I'm excited because I got my mind back, but I've expressed that already. This is a different type of excitement, y'all, and I don't know what it is. It's nerve-wracking, though. It really is. It's nerve-wracking. I feel it. I feel this exciting energy. Like I keep saying, I feel it like it's Christmas. And you know, as a kid, the moment you got